Nigeria joined the rest of the world to celebrate the 2022 World Food Day on the 16th of October. The Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development lined up activities all through the week to mark this important event. In this episode of the program, we shall bring you the major highlights of the activities lined up to mark the day and how they relate to the global drive for food sufficiency and an end to hunger. I'm your regular host, Gabriel Ojile. Keep watching.
That will provide the necessary policy direction that will truly position agriculture as the mainstay of our economy.
The federal government is removing obstacles and offering opportunities for self-employment, wealth creation, and food security in the Nigeria's agricultural sector.
Think farming, think agriculture.
Watch Transforming Agriculture in Nigeria, showing on NTA Fridays at 8:30 p.m.
The program starts with news from the Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development. In our news diary tonight, stakeholders call for stronger food system. Details shortly. As the world marks the 2022 World Food Day, stakeholders have called for a more resilient food system in Nigeria and across the globe to end hunger. Speaking at a press briefing to mark the World Food Day in Nigeria, the country representative of Food and Agricultural Organization of the United Nations, Fred Kafiro, stated that approximately 19.4 million people face food insecurity and malnutrition in Nigeria as a result of farmer-herder clashes, criminality, banditry, and floods across Nigeria. He made a call for concerted efforts by every stakeholder to end hunger.
It is meant to promote worldwide awareness and to call for action to improve healthy diets for all, particularly without leaving behind the vulnerable, the marginalized, and those who suffer from hunger. Now, analysis carried out at the beginning of this year indicated that approximately 19.4 million people faced food insecurity in 21 states and FCT. And as we know, where there is food insecurity, so does the risk of malnutrition. It's estimated that about 2 million children suffer from severe acute malnutrition. We must do more, and we must do it now to reverse the trend of hunger and malnutrition.
Also speaking, the Honorable Minister, Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development, Mohammed Mahmoud Abubakar, appreciated the contribution of food and agricultural organization in the agricultural sector in Nigeria. Abubakar added that the day will be used to create awareness to remember people who suffer from hunger and to strategize on innovative ways to end hunger in the country and the world over.
This day serves as a catalyst for people to get involved, reduce food wastages, and help feed millions so that hunger-related problems around the world are significantly reduced. The day is like a reminder to eat mindfully and consider that millions of people are unable to afford one meal for themselves in a day. It is important that we redirect ourselves to this very important event and its purpose by drawing attention through global awareness, bold actions, and innovation to enhance effectively the channels that make our food system stronger and more equitable.
World Food Day is an international day celebrated worldwide on the 16th of October every year. The day commemorates the founding date of the United Nations Food and Agricultural Organization in 1945 and to create awareness on food production and end to hunger. What is the significance of this day? How was it celebrated in Nigeria? What impact will this celebration have on the nation's food system and by extension the global food security? These and more will be our focus in our next segment of the program. Keep watching.
On Tuesday, 11th of October 2022, the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development the Food and Agricultural Organization FAO, Oxfam Nigeria, Farmers Association, the media and other development partners embarked on a roadwalk and sensitization rally to mark the beginning of the 2022 World Food Day celebration in Nigeria. The roadwalk kicked off from the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development's office complex down to the Unity Fountain in Abuja.
Love me or you hate me, know me.
At the Unity Fountain, the country representative of Food and Agricultural Organization of the United Nations, Fred Kafiro, who was represented by Assistant FAO Country Representative, noted that the theme of this year's World Food Day is Leave No One Behind, better production, better nutrition, a better environment, and a better life.
The purpose of this work is to create awareness and sensitization on this year's theme, that is, Leave No One Behind, better production, better nutrition, and a better environment, and a better life. It is significant to note that the 2022 theme suggests that every one of us, irrespective of our gender, status, age, have a role to play. FAO is deeply grateful to the government for its commitment and support all through the years. It is time to work together and create better, more sustainable future for all.
The Permanent Secretary, Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development, Ernest Afolabi Omahihe, who was represented by the Director General Services, Solomon Abdul, called for action from every stakeholder to ensure food security in Nigeria and the world over.
Whether you are a government representative, a non-governmental organization, academic institution, youth group, farmers association, or even an individual, get involved. Add your voice to the call for action and raise awareness of the need for better production, better nutrition, a better environment, and a better life for all. The Zero Hunger Challenge is predicated on the common belief that with a concerted effort across multiple sectors, we all can end hunger in our lifetime.
Other activities that marked the World Food Day celebration in Nigeria included a symposium and a book exhibition at Chida International Hotel in Otako District of the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. In a keynote address at the occasion, the Honorable Minister, Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development, Mohammed Mahmoud Abubakar, expressed the commitment of the ministry towards ensuring sustainable food production. He urged the relevant stakeholders and speakers at the symposium to drive home new innovations, challenges, and the way forward that would enhance food production in Nigeria.
It is important, therefore, that we work together in solidarity to prioritize the right of all people to food and nutrition. International organizations like the FAO, the International Fund for Agricultural Development, and the World Food Programme, as well as non-governmental organizations such as Oxfam and Action Aid Nigeria, are playing strategic roles in addressing sustainable agriculture and food security. Together with our global partners, we will work to achieve greater results in sustainability, achieving a world free of hunger within the context of the United Nations principle of leave no one behind. Today, we will be meeting inspiring speakers who would be making contributions and drawing attention to the unprecedented challenges that affect the sustainability of our food and agriculture systems and share the latest knowledge, best practices, and new approaches in order to achieve sustainable food security.
The Permanent Secretary of the Ministry, Ernest Afolabi Omahihe, also in his welcome address stated the objectives of the symposium and encouraged the participants to take advantage of the knowledge that will be shared to advance agricultural production in line with the Sustainable Development Goals and the theme of the 2022 World Food Day.
The purpose of the symposium is to have a paradigm shift by stakeholders and find solutions to the emerging challenges confronting agricultural development. This year's symposium is clear from the foregoing that if the agricultural sector must be made more productive and food system sustainable, All stakeholders are to have a routine on what the Four Betters is trying to address in the global community. Excellencies, distinguished dignitaries, we must be prepared to invest massively in the sector and rise to the call of the Four Betters against food crisis as already predicted by world food experts, and provide excellent policies with deliverable framework as key actors on food and agriculture to leave no one behind and bring everyone on the path to all-round development and self-sufficiency.
3 professionals were drawn from the Nasarawa State University, University of Abuja, and the Olubisi Oladapo & Co. consultant firm to give lead papers on the following topics: sustainable agricultural production for a better environment and a better life, good agricultural practices for a better production leading to a better life, and leaving no one behind, value-added products for better nutrition and better life. Professor Olumuyiwa James Jayoba, the Dean of Faculty of Agriculture, Nasarawa State University, and President, Association of Dean of Faculty of Agriculture in Nigerian Universities, gave a lead paper on sustainable agricultural production for a better environment and a better life. He said there is a need to enhance production without compromising the environment.
We know that the population of the world is increasing, particularly in Nigeria. And to feed this population, there is need for agricultural intensification, that is producing more food. But the concept of sustainable agricultural production is production of agricultural produce without compromising the integrity of the environment. That is, without compromising the future. So we can increase production without destroying the environment, without further degradation of the environment, without deforestation, without causing things that will lead to soil fertility decline or air, water, and soil pollution. So this is the whole concept of sustainable agricultural production, and this is what we are talking about.
Professor Jayoba recommended that for the nation to ensure food security in a sustainable manner, agriculture must be seen as a business, and private investors must take advantage of the fair weather and the enabling environment provided by the government.
The truth is that for private sector in Nigeria, this is the best time for them. The platform is available. There are friendly policies that recognizes agriculture as a business, even a serious business for that matter. So private sector has opportunity to invest. There's so much investment possibility and opportunity in agriculture at this time.
Professor Anjori Toba Samuel of the University of Abuja presented a paper on good agricultural practices for better production leading to a better life. In an interview with our correspondent, Professor Anjori also recommended precision agriculture that will be attractive to youth through government support for mechanization and automated method of farming.
The type of agriculture we are doing here is traditional agriculture, is peasant agriculture, is cutlass and hoe agriculture, and it's supposed not to be like that. That is why we are preaching best agri practices nowadays. The modern agriculture that is very interesting, that even you yourself you'll be interested in joining, is known as smart agriculture, whereby you can use internet, whereby you can use your phone, your handset, even to detect disease on your farm. It's just a matter of snapping the disease through image-based application. It will tell you the name of the disease, it will tell you the symptoms, it will tell you how to manage it. So those are modern agriculture. We also have precision livestock farming, whereby to feed your animal will be automated. Even to clean your farm pen, their houses, everything is automated. Even to carry out milking of your cows, it will be automated.
On the third paper, Dr. Ogoluwa Teka Ondo, a consultant from the Olubisi Oladapo & Co., said there is urgent need for value addition of food produce. This will create jobs and ensure better life for farmers and the nation at large.
The take-home is that we should innovate as Nigerians. We should think outside the box. We should look at our local food around, and we should innovate and transform them to a finished product that will attract more value and a higher price.
Dr. Ogoluwa also advised investors in the processing industry to scale up their capacity and efficiency.
They should have a good business structure. That is, you have a good management team. You register your business with all the people that are involved, both the local agencies, the international agencies. You register your business. Then you have good management team. You have a good company strategy. You pen everything to paper. You have vision, you have mission, and you follow it. You have a good business strategy to follow through. And when you do all this, and then have a competitive edge.
You are watching the program Transforming Agriculture in Nigeria. Still on activities that marked the World Food Day, the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development, in collaboration with Oxfam Nigeria and the Food and Agricultural Organization, ensured that children of secondary school age were part of the celebration. This was achieved through school debate on the theme of this year's World Food Day. Aside that, smallholder women farmers, who are called Ogbonge women, were also given awards for their contributions in food production in Nigeria. Let us take the highlights of these events in our next segment. Keep watching.
Staff and students of Stella Maris College, Government Secondary School Tudunwada, Government Secondary School Wuse Zone 3, Government Day Secondary School Wuse 2, and Nigerian Tulip International College Wuse 2, all in the Federal Capital Territory Abuja, participated in the school debate to mark the 2022 World Food Day in Nigeria. The debate also attracted staff of Oxfam Nigeria, Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development, Food and Agricultural Organization, and other relevant stakeholders. The students debated on the topic, livelihood can only be sustained through better food production and better environment.
To all individuals.
The proposing team had this to say.
I'm not saying that food production, nutrition, and a better environment should completely dispute the fact that other factors are important. But I'm saying that these factors are also derived from the ground. When you want to mine, you get it from the environment. So if you do not have a good environment, how do you expect to get these natural resources that you expect to be economic drivers? Also, yes, other factors are important, but at most, when you are hungry and starved, can you mine? Can you diagnose people? Can you manufacture? What exactly can you do when you are starved? Like I said before, a hungry man is an angry man, and the moment one is angry, a person is out of their right frame of thinking and acts arbitrarily.
Better environment is actually about living close to trees, to plants that will be able to give you fresh oxygen and you giving them back carbon dioxide that you really need to live a normal life. Now, we're talking about better food production. Without food, certainly no human being can live. It is actually the food you have that help you breathe. Without food, you cannot breathe because your blood will not be able to circulate. And if you eat good food, certainly you will not fall sick easily. Even though you fall sick, it will actually be difficult for you to fall sick. So food production is very, very important.
The opposing side also argued their point.
I'd like to let you all know that countries that depend solely on food production to sustain their livelihood are seen as very poor, backward, and underdeveloped. But take, for instance, Monaco, a city probably refers to as the billionaire's playground. On October 2021, Monaco was confirmed as the richest country in the world using GDP per capita. And now, what does countries sustain their livelihood? They depend mainly on postage stamp sales, taxes, and registration fees. And they mainly export things like ceramics, plastics, rubber, and a lot more. And their economy still very much outshines those countries that depend solely on food production to sustain their livelihood. The first thing I believe can sustain livelihood, apart from these three factors, is technology. The technological advances in the fourth industrial revolution have seen monumental and unprecedented changes in global economy. Technology has brought about instant communication, transportation, availability of new products, and a lot more.
Stella Maris College Abuja emerged as the school with the highest points and the first position, while Government Secondary School Tudunwada emerged second position, and Government Day Secondary School Wuse 2 emerged third. Prizes were awarded to them accordingly. Emmanuel Eyimofe emerged as the overall best speaker of the debate.
I'm excited for Stella Maris because we work hard and hard work pays off. So I'm just glad that we eventually, all the stress was worth it at the end of the day. So I'm glad.
Still on the 2022 World Food Day, Oxfam Nigeria, in collaboration with the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development, also organized the 2022 Female Food Hero Award by identifying small-scale women farmers from rural communities in Imo, Abia, Anambra, Bauchi, Taraba, Nasarawa, Kaduna, Oyo, among others, for recognition of their contributions in the agricultural sector. The 13 women selected contested for the Female Food Hero Award. This was done by presentation of what they do in agriculture.
I have improved several products from agricultural commodities. I have here candies from banana. It took me 4 years to arrive at this. I process candies from bananas and from plantains. I have plantain flour, banana flour, sweet potato flour, orange flesh potato flour.
I'm a fish expert. Even in my dreams, ask me anything about fish farming, I will tell you. From hash, I want to believe that I'm a female hasher in this environment. From hashing to growing to harvesting and to processing.
And I chose vegetables because they are short-term crops, and everybody eats vegetables, no matter what part of the country you're from. You eat tomatoes, you take pepper, you take cucumber, you take shoko, tete, different kinds of vegetables. So I started trainings for young people. The last training I had everybody from the southwest, apart from Ekiti State, come to Ibadan. To go up, I called my other fellow farmers because I don't farm in an isolated area. My farm is in Akinyele local government in Oyo State, in Ibadan. So I told them, let's do trainings, let's let young people come, and I mentor girls, because I'm in a village, Babashongo village in Ijaye. If you know the road that goes to Isen, Ishaki, off that road, that's where my farm is. So I mentor girls because even they themselves, they'll tell you nobody wants to be a farmer. But when they see, this auntie, a law school, a graduate, a NYC, they are very excited.
Hello. Every contestant was to get 50,000 naira worth of agricultural input for participating. 200,000 naira was for the third position, 400,000 naira for the second position, and 600,000 naira for the first position. Mrs. Felicia Onoja won the 2022 Female Food Award, while Princess Okafor came second. Oluwadamilola Awe emerged third place. The awards were presented to each of the winners accordingly. The overall winner of the 2022 Female Food Hero Award speaks on the impact the award will have in her quest for agro-processing.
I'll get to expand. I'll get to develop them more and bring in more women into the fold so that they too can take advantage of it. But the beautiful thing is that I will carry the gospel of Oxfam into further places in my appreciation for it, and so that more women can come into Oxfam fold and benefit what I have just benefited.
The project officer of Oxfam Nigeria, Peggy May Maji, said the reason Oxfam is giving awards to women farmers is to motivate and to ameliorate the challenges women farmers face in agriculture.
We hope that for other women farmers, seeing that we appreciate and celebrate women farmers, if they see the recognition that these women get, they see the encouragement that they get, they see that these women have the backing of the Federal Ministry of Agriculture along with other development partners, this should be a very good motivation for other women to join farming.
It was quite an interesting moment to see women farmers being recognized for their impact in agriculture. And we hope indeed that this will be a motivation for other women to also go into agriculture to enhance food security and promote better life. This is where we draw the curtains tonight on the program. Join us next week, same time, same station for another episode of the program Transforming Agriculture in Nigeria. See you then.